Catherine Hardwicke's Nativity Story is a biblical epic chronicling the time leading up to the birth of Jesus. During this critical analysis, we will unearth the authenticity of the characters, the scenery, and the narrative. We will also point out discrepancies and controversies throughout the story. Finally, we will discuss one major misrepresentation that occurs in the legendary manger scene. This is the account, as told by Matthew and Luke, of the birth of Jesus.
We begin the story to Jesus' birth with the image of Mary. She lives in a rural farming village and comes from a very poor family. She is forced into betrothal by her parents to Joseph, a man who she barely knows and certainly does not love. Although the two were told not to consummate their marriage for 1 year, an angel appears to Mary and tells her that she's been chosen to bear the Son of God. After visiting her cousin Elizabeth, who miraculously conceives in her old age, Mary returns home noticeably pregnant. The town is scandalized by Mary's apparent breaking of her marriage vows, and Joseph agrees to spare her life by not pressing charges. When an angel appears to Joseph in a dream and tells him Mary speaks the truth, he takes his young wife back. Upon their arrival to Bethlehem, Mary goes into labor, and the only available resting spot offered is a stable. Jesus is born as a bolt of lightning strikes the stable, and the shepherds arrive to see the new king born for all of mankind.
All of us tried to really learn as much as we could about the historical accuracy. What would people really wear at the time? Their clothes would look like the sheep that they have in their village, because that's where they cut the wool and wove cloth for what they wore. So you'll see in the film the same color of the sheep as the color of the clothes.
A diverse group of actors made up the cast of the Nativity Story. Keisha Castle-Hughes, who plays Mary in the film, is a New Zealand native. She was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Actress previously in her career. A film critic, A.O. Scott, says she seemed entirely unfazed by the demands of playing Mary. She had the poise and intelligence to play the character, not as an icon of maternity, but rather as a headstrong, thoughtful adolescent, transformed by an unimaginable responsibility. Joseph is played by Oscar Isaac, a Guatemalan-born actor. This was his first major role. Finally, Anna, Mary's grandmother, is played by Hiam Abbas, who was actually born in Nazareth, Israel.
The whole point of making the movie was to try to make the experience of Mary and Joseph feel real, and the only way to make it feel real is to get it right and do it, authentically.